Hi guys, and today we'll be doing another
redesigning with me. Redesigning with me.
And yeah, you're probably thinking, wow, another one? But it is the Wings SIRENIX. And yeah, I kind of want them to be like a mermaid because I hate how they're not like a mermaid, because they should be like a mermaid, and it doesn't really make sense to me why they're not like a mermaid when it's literally SIRENIX. Where does that make sense? So the first we'll be redesigning is our Bloom. For Bloom, I wanted to make her more fiery. And you'll also be able to see that in her top. I kind of made it like fire, but you could also see it as burnt. And I gave her a shell because I wanted that, and like orange behind instead of like my aura effect. I did like with the reboot, and the pearls and the arm thing that they have, I kind of also just wanted to give her that. Her tail also has to be a little burned. And you know how I feel about Bloom with a high ponytail, as I said in my redesign video, my reboot video, and I don't really like that. But I still gave her a ponytail in my reboot redesign, but it was like loose hair with a ponytail on top of the loose hair. And that kind of made it more, yeah, you know, like whoosh whoosh. And as you can see later, I decided to give her the same hairstyle as I did with the reboot. I don't know, I was kind of feeling it, and I really liked how it turned out too. Like, I love how her top turned out, and her tail is okay. I'm not in love with her tail as much as I am with her top. I really love her top, and I think that the fiery aspect that they never give Bloom, they always give her hearts. And I heard somebody say that's because she's like the dragon heart, and I kind of like that. Her wings were inspired by Tressa and whatever her mother was called, kind of like the siren rings, and I think that they should also look like fire. And then I made them a little transparent and gave them that little longer look, I guess you could call it. And then I gave some shine on her hair, and I also think I made some shadows, because that's normally also what I like end up with. And I moved her a little upwards, and that was all for Bloom's redesign. For Stella, I had absolutely no idea what to do. And I normally kind of have ideas for Stella as a total. But as I went on, it was pretty easy. Her tail, I kind of made like a sun at the top, and then like the blue part, kind of like a moon, because I wanted to be like both of them. And her top, I made like a sun, but I also gave her like blue aspects, like in her magic wings or in her moon aspect, actually. And I kept her bangs. I actually kept all of their bangs because I was too lazy to change them anyways. And something you'll notice is they all have pearls, because I didn't want to give them all shells, so I decided to give them all pearls. Her hair was kind of like her Enchantix hair, but like in a worse version. I don't really like Stella's redesign, or I like her tail. Her top I also like, but it's not the best. Her hair is kind of meh, not really my favorite. But everything else I really like, especially like the yellow part on her tail, like the whoosh woo. And I think her wings, they were also inspired by all the other merfolk. But in the start, I made them that there was like a moon shape in like where her back was, but I decided I kinda didn't like that, so I changed it. But now that I'm looking at it again, I actually kind of did like that. But I changed it to this thing where that little thingy was kind of floating, and that was still a redesign. Flora, I was very happy with the pose I chose to give her because I liked that I didn't really have to draw her top. Her tail, I actually kind of ended up liking. I had like some ideas for her, but like some of them were kind of not really in my head because I didn't really know what to do. But her top, I kind of made like a flower, and I gave her vines instead of like stars or something. But she still have pearls, of course, because that's something they all have, because I thought that would be cute. And I love how her tail turned out. It really looks like a flower, and I also like the swirl pattern on her tail. I just think that looks so good, and I decided to kind of give her like a yellow circle like for the middle of a flower. Her hair kind of confuses me because behind her tail it kind of looks like it's like connecting, but that was not my initial idea. And her hair was also kind of inspired by Enchantix, like Stella's was. And I gave her a big ass flower in her, or a big flower in her hair because I like her flowers in her hair and her actual SIRENIX, and this was kind of like my own drawn flower of like her SIRENIX. And her wings, I wanted to make them like a kind of heart shape, but like also kind of flower. And I am gonna change it up a little bit. I kind of made it darker, so when you faded it out, it wouldn't look that like a mess. And I think the sparkles always add the final touch. That was all for Flora's redesign. For Musa, I had an idea, but I didn't really know like how to like make that idea happen, because I wanted to kind of make her her details music related instead of just being something random. And her tail, I actually really like. And so I made them CDs or whatever they're called, or like disc, because I really like that idea that I had in my head when I did that. And of course pearls too, because they all have pearls. Her top is kind of ugly because I didn't really have any ideas for it, because you don't really see her top, so I was kind of like I'm just gonna do what I can do. And I added some more of those CD thingy-majingies on her hand, and I like her SIRENIX bangs. I kept all of their bangs, so I'm saying it like I just chose that, but I did that for everybody. And her hair, I kind of wanted to make it like her harmonics, but like a little different. I was kind of thinking about giving her a ponytail on the top, but I thought that looked stupid, as you could also see right there. And then I gave her like a thing that would wrap around her hair to hold it in tight, and I think that would be, oh yeah, I gave her kind of like zebra tiger stripes, and I really actually kind of like how that turned out, because I feel like that was the best idea for it. And you can see her headband, the pearls are kind of like over her head, and I also really like that detail. Her wings, I wanted them to go downwards compared to all the others, because I love how downward wings look, and I always kind of hated that they never really used them in wings, or never used them. There was never anything else than that. But then I realized because she was turned to the side, her wings should be visibly connected to her back. But that looks stupid because it was arching. So I changed it a little bit with the angle so it wouldn't look that stupid. And I really like how her wings look. They kind of give me good vibes. They give me good vibes is what you can say about the wings. And then I made her tail a little bigger because I thought she looked a little skinny. And that was all for Musa's redesign. Tekna is my absolute fave, and you'll see very soon why. And her tail, I actually really liked how that one turned out, and her hair, I wanted to make it a little longer. But now you can see why I love it so much. Look at the triangles. I wanted to make it real technical. When I wanted to do this redesign, this was the first thing that popped into my head, and I love how it turned out. I never seen these like triangles on any of her outfits, and I really wanted to do it because look at how beautiful it is. I can't describe how much I love Tekna's, like my redesign of Tekna's SIRENIX. Like I love it so much. Like it's too much to describe because I love it so much. But and then her hair, I did kind of made it longer. Okay, I already said that. But I don't think her hair didn't need that much detail because look at her top and tail. Like I think she's so beautiful. Her wings I decided to make downwards, but I did change that because that looks stupid in my opinion. So I decided to flip them upwards instead because I kind of did like that because Tekna's unique. She never really has bottom wings for some reason. And I kind of gave her like a little green bit because I thought she would have a little green bit, and I made them sparkly. Of course, because it is wings. And that was all for Tekna's redesign. For Aisha, I had absolutely no idea what to do. Absolutely no idea. And I liked her pose because then I didn't have to draw it that much. Sometimes I kind of think her tail is a little too detailed, but then I'm kind of like, I don't really think so. So I decided to make her coral because Bloom has coral in the SIRENIX, but I wanted her to have that. And I made her green again because I hate how they made her teal and blue. And of course I didn't whitewash her. And her shape for her arm thing is swirls. And since she was facing her back, she had to have wings on her back. And I love how that look. Look at how beautiful it is when she's turned around and you can just see her wings flowing behind her back. And then her hair is of course also there. And then I kind of made it Bloom style because I love that. Plus Musa's with the swirl with the thing connected, and the swirls. I love the swirls, especially also on the tail, you know. Aisha and Tekna are definitely my favorites. The wings, the outfit, the hair and everything. I think it's so beautiful, and that was all for Aisha's redesign. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed this video and you will watch my next one. Bye!